Well, welcome back, everyone. We have in the studio Brian Nartker. He's the Director of Environmental Health, Allen County. So welcome, Brian.
Thanks.
All right, Brian, we're going to discuss first, let's talk about ozone action days. You know, the heat's coming up. Talk about what that is.
So yeah, basically, ozone's created from emissions from, factories, cars, lawnmowers. So it's created on like hot days when the air is stagnant and doesn't really move that well.
Yeah, well, we are definitely going to be seeing that.
I was going to say, yeah, next week we might be seeing our first ozone action days.
Yeah, so what do you say, what do people need to do for those kind of days?
So when the ozone action day, it'll be called the day before. So someone will say, like, tomorrow is going to be an ozone action day. So on those days, we just want people to, combine trips or eliminate any unnecessary, car trips. Don't idle your engine. Try to put off refilling your gas until after 6 p.m. And then, try to not, mow your lawn until after 6 p.m., those kind of things. And anybody that has respiratory issues will really want to just probably stay inside, during the hottest part of the day.
Yeah, so that's kind of like a warning for just keeping the ozone cleaner, because it's going to just stick there, and then everyone's going to breathe it in, I guess. I kind of think of like LA back in like I think it was the 80s or 70s or whatever it was, and the air was so thick with smog, and it was just gross and unhealthy, and so this is kind of like a way to just keep things a little bit healthier while it just kind of sticks in the air, right?
Yeah, because ozone is the primary, component of smog. So, yeah, when you see that air that you can see, that's ozone, and we definitely want to avoid that situation.
Yeah. What about air conditioning? Do you suggest anything for that? Because people need it, obviously, when it's that hot.
Yeah, you should be fine inside. It won't draw in, enough of that bad air to make it hard on you.
Yeah. Well, when you talk about ozone action days, how do people get notice of that? Or how do they even know that's happening?
So it's actually called by the meteorologist here at WLIO, and then they'll notify the Allen County EMA, and they'll get the word out. We get notified, so we notify some of our partners, and I guess everybody that the EMA notifies, it gets dispersed that way, but, watching the news.
Yeah, well, I think with those hot days, I don't know if many people are going to have to mow, because we're not expecting any rain either, so there we go. Now, you are also going to talk about ticks and mosquitoes, I think.
Yeah.
So you just told me that you had a little bit of a first-hand experience.
Yeah, just a couple of days ago, I was out doing field work and found two ticks on me. Yeah, so they're definitely out there already.
Yeah, is it something that you see mostly like in fields, or can you find them anywhere? Can you find them in people's yards?
Yeah, you're most likely to find them in areas where there's high brush. So when you're out walking parks or anything like that, you'll want to stay in the center of the trail, because they tend to hang on the edge, just waiting for someone to brush by, and then they'll get clinging to your clothes.
Yeah, I don't know. Do ticks jump?
No, actually, they have. You can find pictures. They'll sit on the edge of like grasses or leaves, and they'll actually have their arms out, so that when you walk by, they just cling to you.
Huh? I didn't even know that. So, and also thinking about your pets as well, because the pets are walking the dog, or out there, and especially if you're walking some of the trails, and like you said, keep in the pathway there is probably the best idea.
Yeah, but definitely want to check your pets, because they could get heartworm from ticks, or they could bring the ticks into the house, and then the ticks can get onto people that way. So yeah, it's really important
Something
to check
to think
your
about
pets.
there. Yeah, definitely. Mosquitoes. What about mosquitoes?
Say this is the time of year, because like you mentioned, we're not getting the rainfall, and that's what mosquitoes need. They need the stagnant water that doesn't get dispersed by a bunch of rainfall. So when they have this weeks of stagnant water, that's what they love to breed.
Yeah. All right. Well, Brian, thank you so much for coming in today. Appreciate you giving us good advice as always.
Thanks.
All right. Well, don't go away, because medical news is coming up next.